Lu Meng rose from poverty to ascend the ranks of Wu's army. At first an impetuous warrior, he refined himself into a scholar and architect of military and political strategy. Lu Meng refused gifts of wealth and provided for the heirs of his colleagues. He specialized in victory by guile, most notably the peaceful conquest of Jing province from under the nose of Shu. This conquest, which betrayed an ally, was a tactical feat with debatable long-term political merit. It caused the death of Guan Yu, a symbol of loyalty and honor, and cast aspersions on Lu Meng in popular tradition. Though not so much in Dynasty warriors, at first, Lu Meng is mainly known for his role in Guan Yu's downfall.
We must fight Guan Yu.
I am my own opponent? This will be difficult.
But this is shown with respect rather than implications of villainy.
Impressive. You have become a formidable warrior, Lu Meng. Take my head. I shall speak tales of you in the afterlife.
In Dynasty Warriors 5, Lu Meng develops himself into a leader.
Cao Cao's ships are right in front of us. Let me lead the attack on him.
Stay here. Watch and learn. An officer of Wu must learn to think and rely on more than just his strength.
Despite doubts of inadequacy, he embraces this challenge.
After Zhou Yu's death, I was somehow put in charge of the army. I don't know if I'm capable of handling such important duties. I'm simply going to have to train my mind as well as my body. Just as my lord requested, I read books and began to study. A true warrior must strive to improve himself in all aspects of life.
He grows into the role set before him.
Intelligent and brave. You are a model officer, Lu Meng.
And continues to learn from his successors.
I've withdrawn the troops, as you suggested. This should do it.
Even as he passes them the torch.
Sir, is something wrong?
No. I was just thinking of what a fine strategist you've become.
This is all more told than shown, but a sketch of strategic focus and self-improvement grounded in a sense of humility. Lu Meng's rugged, brooding features befit his rough roots and unassuming nature. With protective plates and sashes, his classic outfits combine the trappings of fighter and strategist. They repeat some characteristic elements, such as lion heads, gold tassels, and metal domes. But their general concept is similar to the light armor worn by other characters. Dynasty Warrior 6 reinvents Lu Meng as a scholar. With simple lines, muted earth tones, and subtle adornments, his robes imply status without ego. His flowing attire and low, loose ponytail contribute to his relaxed sense of refinement. This new look suits his role as a gruff but amiable mentor, exemplified by his work with Gan Ning.
Master Gan Ning, am I boring you?
Lu Meng promotes a common goal of unity.
We know that you have your own way of doing things, but that does not mean that you can ignore everything that those around you are saying. We fight together on the battlefield, so we all learn to cooperate.
He diffuses anger with empathy and critiques problems rather than people.
I see that you feel frustrated. It's plain that you must try to work with Lu Xun as best you can. Just be patient.
Except when provoked by disrespect.
Well, old man, I see that you're pretty good at stuff like that.
That's right, I am. Because I'm responsible, while you, on the other hand, are nothing more than... Huh? Did you say old man, brazen pirate?
Well, okay. Whatever you want me to do, old man.
I warned you about that, you insolent pirate!
All told, Lu Meng cultivates potential, praises growth, and focuses on the upside of difficult personalities.
You're a born fighter. It is a gift, you know. A warrior, whose name is going to live on in glory. You are a leader now. Take my place.
In return, Gan Ning takes the best of his leadership, thumps to the head notwithstanding. Dynasty Warrior 7 evolves Lu Meng's visual identity. His light armor brings back that sense of fighter's versatility within a unique overall look. His role is broadened as well, though with inconsistent depth. Lu Meng still settles interpersonal disputes.
You sure do talk a good game.
Huh? You two. You never stop.
And he still sets an understanding example.
Ling Tong, we can no longer afford to let you be driven simply by your emotions.
I know. What we do sets an example for the rest of the men.
There is no need to be overly critical of yourself. However, you know what you must do.
Yeah, I need to work together with Gan Ning to protect our lord.
But his mentorship has a distance in its brevity. It's more about basic loyalty than forging a deeper trust.
With Lord Zhou Yu gone, we must be more united than ever to support our lord.
Yeah, but he was...
This chill pervades Lu Meng's part in the capture of southern Jing, the long-contested province split between Shu and Wu. Guan Yu, occupying Shu's larger portion, moves to attack Wei, who then requests Wu's help to fend him off. Lu Meng supports this ploy to prevent Shu from taking more land.
We cannot allow Shu to gain any extra momentum, so Wu and Wei must join forces in order to even out the balance of power.
But he goes beyond the alliance to hunt down Guan Yu thereafter.
Wherever he is, he won't get away from us.
Our debt to Wei has been paid. Why must we still attack Guan Yu?
Jing is an important strategic location. Possessing it will lead to stability for Wu.
In seizing Jing, Lu Meng shirks the burden of consequence.
But if we attack Guan Yu, then surely Liu Bei will seek to retaliate.
When that time comes, Lu Xun, it will be up to you to defend Wu.
And is driven by suicidal desperation.
I am suffering from an illness. Now that you know that, you'll know I have absolutely nothing to lose.
This does grant his predecessor's wish.
Jing province is ours at long last, and Lord Zhou Yu's dream is fulfilled.
What comes off is a last-ditch grab for glory. Dynasty Warriors 8 delves back into better precedent. Lu Meng's attire includes traditional design elements and influence from his classic costumes. He also regains his tempestuous streak and the emotional investment beneath it. Once again, Lu Meng is close to the rough-and-tumble fighters in his command. He wants to be the calm and responsible adult, although his sharp tongue might surpass his self-awareness.
Are you a complete idiot?
What?
Those bells! This is a surprise attack, in case you've forgotten.
It's every little thing with you, isn't it?
Good enough, both of you! It's no time to be bickering like children.
Calm down.
I'm not the one who needs to calm down here.
Attack! Enemy attack!
Here you go.
But he's quick with praise well earned,
You fought very well.
and shares an honest fellowship, with or without libations.
Then I'll ask our lord for some of the best wine we have. Of course, you were planning on including me.
The same raw energy drives Lu Meng's strategic career. It contrasts with the sly, relaxed humor of Lu Su, who builds relations with Shu after their initial dispute over southern Jing.
Jing province has been entrusted to my care. I cannot back down.
Very well. Further fighting between us will benefit only Cao Cao.
Lu Su seeks to impart his own strengths, a judicious public presence, and long-term diplomatic vision.
Master Lu Su, you surely could have killed Guan Yu. Why didn't you finish him?
Face down that monster? Do you wish me dead, Lu Meng? Your instinct to kill Guan Yu was not necessarily wrong. But you also need to learn to pull back when necessary and manipulate your enemies. You are too guileless.
And he urges Lu Meng to improve on these traits himself.
Learn all you can every day. Surpass me. And even, one day, Master Zhou Yu.
In Wu's hypothetical story, Lu Meng is said to have grown like his mentors.
They have watched you, and learned, and are now ready to lead themselves.
The historical narrative implies that he doesn't. Liu Bei agrees to hand over Jing as payment for striking Wei. When Guan Yu refuses, Lu Meng supports a plan to attack him.
The division of the land was intended to defeat Cao Cao, but now we plot with him to take Jing province.
There are no longer only two powers. There is a third. I fear that both Wei and ourselves are falling into the plans of Zhuge Liang.
This move is a reactive shot against Xu's new strength without concern for the future benefits of their alliance, or for the worth of Wu's contribution, a stalemate in treaty with Wei that might not deserve the reward of Jing.
This will no doubt be seen as a betrayal, but we cannot allow a worthless alliance to suck us dry.
But my lord, what about the princess?
Married to Liu Bei to bolster the alliance.
Our lord has made his decision.
But Lu Meng seems more to be steeling himself than chasing fame. He shows hints of apprehension, and he means to bring the worst upon his own head.
I thought I should be the one to do the dirty work.
Lu Meng is caught between the worlds of warrior and scholar. Each game takes its own view of his distinctive brooding intensity. Despite some divergence, these roles can largely be seen as different sides of the same personality, and the best points of interest could describe a full arc of growth. At first an aggressive fighter, Lu Meng sees strategy win a difficult battle. He doubts his intellect, but is convinced to study. As he grows close to the mentors who once intimidated him, Lu Meng seeks to prove himself a peer. He also seeks to lead his rowdy fellows, who are skeptical of this attitude shift, especially when his temper trumps his teachings. But they warm up to his efforts to hone their strengths and calm their arguments with empathy rather than authority. As Wu's momentum stalls, Lu Meng becomes cynical and weary. Dying of illness, he sees the Jing province as a foothold for his successors. This backstab concludes Lu Meng's conflict between impulse and intellect, and cements his legacy as a tactical iconoclast. Justified to some, avaricious to others, nonetheless admirable for his hard-learned craft, and his feat of destroying an icon.